this is what you've been waiting for, the Black Ops 3 World Reveal trailer. On top of that, I can let you guys know that I have played Black Ops 3 multiplayer already. I'm going to be bringing you guys loads of videos about it, so make sure you're subscribing for the first Black Ops 3 news here. Smash that like button if you feel pumped. Let's just not waste any more time. Jump into the trailer and take a look.
Weapons don't have instincts. Weapons don't have loyalty. Weapons don't have judgment. Soldiers do. What happens when the soldier becomes the weapon? How far can we push technology?
I could not foresee this thing happening to you
before it starts pushing back.
Now and get access to the multiplayer beta.
Oh my gosh, guys, Black Ops 3 hype, baby. This is the reveal trailer. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. This actually includes multiplayer, but you wouldn't realize when you first watch it. But luckily, since I've played multiplayer, I know where the multiplayer pieces have been snuck into this trailer. I've played multiplayer, been given a ton of information about this game over at Treyarch offices. That's why I was visiting LA. So I've got so many in-depth videos to share with you guys. Don't worry, make sure you subscribe. There's going to be so much details today. We're going to be focusing on this trailer, however, for you guys. We get a setting in terms of where Black Ops 3 is going to be set within campaign. We get a look at some of the guns and some of the main characters at the beginning here, just giving us an idea of what's going on. Tons of technology, tons of robots. You can see it in the air, you can see them on the land, and you can tell this is going to be a futuristic setting, which we have found out recently through all of the teasing that we have got and the videos I've brought you guys. Right here we can see some of the biotech enhancements to some of the players with replacement arms, replacement body parts to make them better soldiers and to make them more efficient in terms of combat on the field. And that's the direction they've gone with Black Ops 3, is that rather than sort of exosuits, which just sort of like additional parts to your body, it's actually literally new parts to your body. I'm pausing here because this is multiplayer, boys. This is multiplayer, and I've played this multiplayer map. As soon as I saw it, I was like, I know this map. So let's take a look at the gun. This is the, I believe the Man of War is the gun's name. It was one of the assault rifles I got to use in multiplayer, and I don't want to talk too much about my experience. I'll talk about it in other videos, but this is a very good assault rifle, fully automatic. You can see one of the camos on there, a beautiful red sort of patterned camo. You've got the standard red dot sight on there. And this is multiplayer, boys. This is multiplayer. But let's continue. Let's continue. Let's not get too excited because we get more information here. And that's the fact that there is going to be underwater gunfights, and swimming is going to be a part of multiplayer. You can see as soon as he gets underwater, he pulls out his gun. He can aim down sight. He can shoot at enemies. That's right, my friends. Water gunfights will be a thing within Black Ops 3, and it's going to be added to, I don't believe all of the multiplayer maps, but where it fits in correctly, there will be water areas in parts of multiplayer in Black Ops 3. We can jump in, shoot people, use your explosives, use your equipment, and still have gunfights and the flow of the map not slow down. It's very exciting. The first time we've seen it effectively being used in multiplayer, and I know that when Treyarch talked to us about it, they were very excited that it's been added in as well. But let's continue. As this clip goes on, he knocks down a player underwater, jumps straight out with the new thrust jumper, which I'll talk about within this video as well, and pulls out a freaking machine gun from his arm. What the heck is going on, you're probably thinking. So again, As I said, guys, I'm going to be doing more in-depth videos because there's so much to talk about, but essentially, one of the new features within multiplayer for Black Ops 3 is something called specialists. There are these characters that have been created, 9 in total, that all come with a unique gun and a unique ability, and you can take one of these things from one of the 9 characters and take them into multiplayer. So you can take a single ability or a single gun into multiplayer and use it. This is the machine gun, which you can bring into multiplayer. It is earnable after a certain amount of time. Very similar if you ever played Destiny to like the Golden Gun or any of those abilities. You don't get it for very long, but it's like a unique ability you can bring into multiplayer and just changes the way you play and gives everyone a chance to have a cool, fun experience while in multiplayer. So that's what this is. As I said, I'll be doing a specific specialist video explaining it more in depth, but it's not a weapon you can just earn. It's not just a weapon so you can pick up from creator class. It's a weapon you can actually build up and use within multiplayer. One of 9 characters that can be chosen. This is what's going on. A bit confusing, I know, but don't worry, it's cool, it's different, it's fun, and it's a new addition to multiplayer. So continuing, we see that guy get absolutely wrecked there, and we go back to campaign. It's almost semi-disappointing we go back to campaign until you realize that there's crazy stuff like this, baby. This is the, I believe, a fire swarm or the fireflies. One of the abilities you can use in campaign, you can actually upgrade through your abilities. You can set them on players, they will burn the players, and they're absolutely crazy. On top of that, we get a look at one of the new movement features, the power slide. You can use new movement abilities within single player, and one of them is indeed the power slide. You can see him there sliding a very good distance at a decent speed, and you can use that within multiplayer, and I also believe within campaign as well, and it's going to be extremely useful. So continuing, we get to see a crazy huge robot, which looks like it's absolutely destroying everything, but do not fear, my friends, because we're about to come in and take that bad boy out. This is, again, back within single player. For any of you guys that are not sure, unless I specifically say it's multiplayer, it's going to be single player. They've just been very cheeky with this trailer, very cheeky throwing in multiplayer so early on. So big gunfights going down, crazy cinematic experiences that we are used to within Black Ops 3 and previous Black Ops titles from Call of Duty. Sliding underneath that robot there, it ain't got no chance. Taking that out, again seeing the power slide in action. Again, this is back to campaign still. We saw one of the grenade launchers being used there. You can see that one of the main enemies is going to be the robots themselves. So all this technology that's been created, it's almost turning on the humans, and there's basically a fighting back process almost from all of these crazy robots. I'm not sure if the robots are sort of like their own like sort of team, or if the actual robots are being controlled by an enemy team. I assume it's more of the latter. Like there's an enemy guys here that have taken control of these robots and turning them back on the humans. Basically, warfare is going to involve robots and robotic parts to humans regardless in Black Ops 3, because it is set close to 2065, so one of the furthest futuristic Call of Duties we've seen. More cinematic pieces here from the campaign, and then we get a look at a beautiful weapon here looking very reminiscent of the AK-47, but of course a futuristic version, so something we can expect within both campaign and as a weapon usage within multiplayer. It was a gun I had a choice to use within multiplayer, but unfortunately I didn't, so I can't comment on it. From what other guys said, it was very sort of this all-round weapon to use within multiplayer. One of those guns which is good, not amazing, but if you're just picking up the game, then it's going to serve you well. Low recoil, fully automatic, and yeah, again, a weapon we can expect within multiplayer. Continuing here with the action, with what's going on within the campaign, things are getting crazy, baby. Unfortunately, I believe is this a female or male? I thought it was a female character at first. Falls down. Maybe the technology starts failing them. This, though, that scene is very reminiscent of all of the teasers we got from Snapchat, so I'm sure it's going to play a big part within Black Ops 3 single player. Now, here is interesting. We're about to see what looks to be like the killing of an important character, and to me, I know this is weird, to me, I suddenly thought this character really reminds me of the character in the sea of Hudson back in Black Ops 1. Now, Hudson is supposed to be dead, I believe, and Black Ops 1 was set ages ago, so maybe, like, how is it him? I don't know. I just thought I'd throw it out there because it really reminds me of him. The shirt, the ears, the semi-bald head, like, I think it could be him. Maybe not, could be wrong, but there's something I thought of when I saw this scene going on. Continuing, my friends, things again are intense here. We can see body bags on the floor, people wrapped up. What on earth is going on? It looks weird, it looks freaky. And continuing, we get some very, very quick still images here of dead bodies in this room. This could be, I mean, I haven't seen any zombies yet. I don't know. I haven't seen zombies. I only got to see multiplayer and single player in action. This could be our first look at a zombies map without them telling us. I mean, these guys have been very sneaky with this trailer. If we continue here, we get another close-up look of another dead player. Obviously, this isn't quite a zombie, like, this is literally a dead player, right? So it could be single player, but there's blue light in the background. I don't know, man. Like, I'm seriously feeling that this could be our very first teaser at a zombies map thrown in there just for a very, very short period of time. We'll have to see, we'll have to see. Let's continue with, again, the single-player action here. More crazy shots. That guy looks demented in that picture, but more crazy shots. Kicking down the door. Back to multiplayer, boys. Oh, hype, hype, hype. Okay, so we're now in another multiplayer shot here. We've actually got a shotgun in use, pump action shotgun, again with another camo on it. Wall running is in Black Ops 3. Again, I'm going to be going in depth with all of this, guys, but wall running and all of these new movement features do not break up the flow of the game. They don't make it too quick. All of its movement features, they're slower than the movement features we've seen in Advanced Warfare, but slightly faster than the traditional Black Ops 2. It just ups the pacing of the game. It works very well on Treyarch. They know how to do multiplayer, trust me. So we see wall running here on both sides of the wall, and notice how the guns are up, the hands are up. You may be wall running, but you can still shoot. And these guys are a bit of a mid-air gunfight as we continue here. The other dude gets taken out. He jumps straight off the wall, straightens up his gun, and lines up for the next kill. And pop, straight in the face. That guy gets smashed to the ground. Now, notice how it looks like a robot, right? It's like, why is there a robot in multiplayer? Well, you know I mentioned all those specialist characters? Well, depending on which specialist character ability or gun you choose, that's how you're going to look like within multiplayer. So this is actually the character that has the big machine gun arm that we saw at the beginning and I mentioned at the beginning. So that's what you're going to be looking like if you go ahead and choose that arm as one of your specialist ability within multiplayer. Just for those of you guys that are wondering, we continue here with a sniper shot. This is back in single player, guys. It's not multiplayer, but I thought I'd just repeat it a few times for those of you guys that like sniping. It is a bolt action sniper. Just take a look at it, see it in action. The snipers look very cool in this game. I use snipers and they were sick. I absolutely love them so much. You see a melee here. Notice how it's a punch, not a knife. I'll talk a little bit more about that and how it's going to affect things in multiplayer as well. Get to see one of the female characters pause here. I'm 99% sure this is one of the SMGs because I used it within multiplayer. For those of you guys who are interested, again, rocking the red dot sight. I know this is campaign, but of course the weapons from campaign, you know, they cross over to multiplayer as well, for those of you guys wondering. So continuing with the rest of the trailer here, we have got a little bit more of the campaign action. I know, the lot of campaign, I mean, dude, this game's mad. Like, honestly, this game's just mad, dude. Like, Treyarch have had 3 years to develop it, and they know what they're doing. But in the background here, we can see the thrust jump. That's what it's called, guys. It's not an exo boost. It's not as powerful as an exo boost. It's a thrust jump that can be controlled. You can see it in the background here. The thrust jump can be used as a full jump, as a short jump, as multiple short jumps. I'll be talking more about movement within a future video this week. Do not worry. Here we see one of the very cool hacking abilities within the campaign. You can get some crazy abilities in campaign. You can control, of course, those fireflies that we saw set the other players on fire. We can see him controlling a flying robot here, a drone here, and boom, another really quick multiplayer piece that you would not know is multiplayer unless you had me here to watch your backs and tell you guys this is multiplayer. So this is another one of the specialist weapons. This is a weapon I used every single time when I played multiplayer. It is, oh my, David Von der Haar, if you watch this video, please don't kill me. I can't remember the name of the gun, but it's similar to the golden gun within GoldenEye, within Destiny, where you get, for a very short period of time, this one shot, one kill pistol that, as long as you're on target, will drop the enemy. And it's absolutely insane. So much fun just to run into a room and just pop people with it. But there's a big reload time. I mean, look at the size of that gun. There's a big reload time. So if you miss that first shot, you just stood there reloading like an absolute loon, and you're probably going to be killed. It's all about high accuracy. Let's just see it in action. It's all about high accuracy, looking badass. Now, this gun is actually so powerful that the only reason the character that is using it can control it is because they've got a special arm, a metal arm that's actually built to be able to use that gun successfully. So, oh my gosh. Crazy, crazy gun. And another ability here that you wouldn't know is in multiplayer, unless you had me here to let you guys know. These are, I believe, gravity sort of wielding sticks that can be electrified and shoved into the ground. and lets out a big pulse of energy that will kill anyone in that area. Again, very similar to the big sort of jump and slam ability you can get within Destiny. For those of you guys that have played X games, this is a very good reference for a lot of these abilities. And yeah, well, you got that big jumping up in the air time before you actually slam down. So if you see someone jumping up in the air, make it your priority to take them out before they hit the ground. Otherwise, they're going to be letting out that huge burst of energy. And trust me, it destroys. You don't want to get in the way of it at all. So continuing here, another look at that from a different angle. He's about to come down and rain down hell as we get some more campaign explosions. You know how it is in campaign. And this is just symbolizing the fact that yes, 4 players within campaign is going to be happening, my friends. You can jump in with your buddies, you can customize your weapons, and all of that's going to be available within campaign. It's exciting, I know. Here, again, another multiplayer thing, guys. What's going on? What's going on? This is a crossbow. Similar to the pistol we have just seen, the all-powerful pistol, except this crossbow has to be pulled back to make it more strong to shoot from longer distances. But if you do hit and do connect, as we can see in the trailer here, they get flung back and then they also explode. So potentially you could shoot them, they get flung back against the wall, they land near another enemy, they explode and kill that other enemy next to them. So that's one of the other abilities you can get as well, for those of you guys wondering, within multiplayer. Here we just get another pause at one of the pistols, and again in the background another weapon. I think it's an assault rifle, I am not sure, but the pistols, all of the guns look very, very cool. Like they didn't look like anything I'd seen before. They look like they fit the time zone well. The weapons look cool, guys. Do not worry. So as we continue here, we also have that zombies bit at the end. So stay tuned for that, guys. Stay tuned for that. We get a look at a very, very crazy drone ball-wielding spike thing that wants to kill absolutely everyone, that rolls around on the ground like a madman. This is a kill streak within multiplayer. I did not use it, but it does, I believe, just roll around the map and you can just crush people with it. But when I first saw it, I was like, holy cow, that would scare me so much. And rightly so, because we have a look here. When this ball actually gets fully activated, it absolutely crushes this poor guy against the wall, and he gets mashed up, man. He gets absolutely mashed up. Some more swimming parts here, some more robots in action, and more punches here as well. And that is going to round up all of the campaign and all of the multiplayer snippets that were in there. But what about zombies, baby? There was a bit of a zombies teaser at the end there. That hat falling off the zombie's head, the walls being ripped down, zombies in the background. Holy cow. I believe that zombie hat was actually reminiscent from Transit as well from Black Ops 2. But not much to go on there for Black Ops 3 zombies, apart from the fact that they've told me it's going to be big, it's going to be massive. We'll be hearing more about it later this year. Whew, there you go, guys. That's just been the trailer, and I've still got more information to unload on you guys today and the rest of this week with everything I've experienced for Black Ops 3 multiplayer. Make sure you're subscribing, smash that like button if you've enjoyed, let me know what you're thinking, share this with your friends, share this with everyone, because not everyone will have the information I had within this video. Thanks so much for watching, guys. The beta is available if you pre-ordered the game. We're not sure when the beta is going to be available to play yet, but that is a thing that's going to be happening within Black Ops 3. You guys are amazing. Black Ops 3 hype. I'll see you guys in another video here on the channel.